And welcome back to Talk of the Town. It is still Talk of the Town, not the sports news, despite who's sitting next to me. Please meet Tim DeVille. He's the head coach for the Madison Radicals. They're a professional ultimate disc team, if you didn't know. And they've got a championship game coming up this weekend in Madison. Thanks for coming on the show today, Tim.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so the championship games are this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, August 11th and 12th. How are you doing?
Good, good. It's a long season. We started in January, and getting an opportunity to play in championship weekend here in Madison is going to be a really special experience.
Briefly touch on last year, where it was held.
Sure. Last year we made it. We went to Montreal, and we lost to San Francisco on Saturday, the semifinal. It was a super close game, and I think they scored the last couple points for the win, but it was a great experience. Okay.
Before we get into this weekend's event, can you give some of our viewers who are catching up a little bit of background of the Radicals?
Sure. This is our 6th year, and we've won our division, the Midwest Division, all 6 years, and managed to make it to the AUDL Final Four all of those years, and we've yet to win. So we've made the championship a couple times and lost kind of in heartbreaking fashion a few times. So it's been a 6-year struggle to get to this point, but everybody's really excited. We're playing great ultimate, and we're hoping to bring a championship to Madison this weekend.
It's those close games, though, that are so fantastic to watch, right?
Yeah, right. So 2 years ago here in Madison, we played Seattle, and we had a 7-point lead going late into the game, and the Seattle beat us they only led once the whole game. It was the last point. So it was a pretty exciting game and memorable for most people.
Memorable.
Yeah, I remember it really well.
All right. Well, let's not spend too much time on it. Okay. So Saturday and Sunday. What's the event going to be like for folks that maybe haven't been? It's Breese-Stevens
Field.
Yep.
It's at Breese-Stevens Field. There'll be 2 games on Saturday. So the first game starts at 4. Gates open at 3, and that's Dallas against New York. And then our game will start at 7, and we play Los Angeles. So it's sort of the small market takes on all the big markets. So you've got LA, Dallas, and New York, and Madison. And so we're pretty excited to see if we can play with the big guys.
Okay, yeah, small market versus those are actually pretty big cities. Wow. Okay, folks that haven't been to Breese-Stevens before, tell them a little bit about what it's like to be there during the games, and other than just watching the game, which we will.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a great environment for families, kids. There's places to throw frisbees around. There's some different games to play. There's a full food options and beer and everything else. It's run by the Mallards, the actual event through the AUDL. So, you're going to have a good time. You're going to have good food and drink.
Speaking of frisbees, now we can't really say frisbee because isn't that a
right,
trademark?
It's trademark,
name?
so
Yeah.
we call it ultimate disc, but it's ultimate frisbee.
All right, and you brought one in. I want to know if this is just a prop or is this like the real deal?
Oh yeah, this is the real deal. It's heavy. You can get one at the game. It's kind of a souvenir disc. It's not the one we'll be using, but it's the exact same material.
I got to say, it's simpler. I expected something a little fancier than a typical plastic-looking frisbee.
No, I mean, most frisbees, it's 175 grams, so it's a little heavier than like a frisbee that you might have played with on the beach as a kid or whatever, but that makes it fly a little further. That's how, people can throw it 100 yards in a game, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the secret. All right, and anything else that people should look to enjoy while they're there? You said food?
Sure. There'll be a kids clinic that's free in the morning at Breeze. Pretty much if you just come down to the stadium sometime in the afternoon, you can get tickets. There's a lot to do right around the stadium. But it's a great event, and we hope that Madison will come out and support us and help us win a title this year.
Yeah. Actually, before we go, let's talk about tickets. So how do you get tickets?
Sure.
Other than
Yep.
slipping
brought
one
so
right
along, right. So you can go to radicalsultimate.com. Weekend passes are $20. There's also individual day tickets that are $12, and I think 12 and under is $7. But you can also get them at the gate unless we sell out. We were close to selling out 2 years ago, the last time we had a championship game here. But right now there's still tickets available.
All right. Well, the weather's been great. I hope the games are even greater Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, Tim.
Thank you.
You guys deserve it so
Thanks.
much. All righty. Madison Radicals, go Radicals. We're Talk of the Town. We'll be right back.